and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Well, in our opinion, of course, Bob.
Today, Brad, we're going to talk about leg strengthening for someone who's had a stroke using the exercise ball.
Right. One of my favorite tools, and it's really nice because this is something, this particular exercise protocol is for someone who's had a stroke and their leg is not flaccid. They have active range of motion. They can
Flaccid,
move.
he means there's no movement at all in it.
Right, just limp.
So there's a little bit of movement is what you're saying.
Right, but it's not strong enough where they can stand and really walk on it, maybe with a lot of assist of one person.
This is a lot of people after they've first had a stroke. They've got just a little bit of movement there, but they can't stand on it. So this would be a good exercise protocol for these.
So you're going to take a ball about this size, it's going to be a 65, 55 centimeter ball, and you're not going to make it real hard. It's got to be a little soft.
So let a little of the air out.
Right.
Or don't put all the air in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can you move, Bob?
Yep.
All right. So this, you're probably going to have two people because to get the ball, if you've had a stroke, under here, probably one arm may be affected.
So this is a family member or someone trying to help. I want to get my family member better.
Exactly.
So I might even have to lift their leg up on it. This is the weak leg?
Right. This is the weak leg, the one closest to the camera. And the first thing is simply range of motion. And let's say, let's say if you're strong enough to do this, you can do it. But if that leg is not strong enough or the ball is all wobbly, take the good leg and then you do double knee to chest. The good leg is going to help and assist the weak one.
Okay.
And you're just going to go back and forth, back and forth.
What if this one's floppy like this?
Yeah, if that one...
Then I can maybe just put my hand there and help it?
Exactly.
So,
and sometimes I've done it where I've taken straps and strapped the two legs together so you don't have to hold it. Yeah, if you got another person to help you, they can just hold it. So that a lot of times that knee will go like this. You may have to come over
and you can hold it like this.
Yep, exactly. And once it starts to get stronger, where you don't need that, Bob will take one hand off and then the other. And then as it strengthens, you're going to take the good leg and just do this all by itself. So it works that control, works the range of motion.
Works a lot of control to do this.
Now the next phase is to strengthen the hamstrings while you're here, and it's convenient. You can go to here. Now watch what I do to the ball. Keep your eye on the foot. I'm going to squeeze down.
Okay.
And this is why you want, one of the reasons why you want a soft ball. Not so soft that it's flat, but it's cushy. And so you're going to push down and all the way through the range of motion, you're going to squish that ball, squish, 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 and move. Squish, 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 and move. And that's going to strengthen a lot of hamstring as well as some of the hip for
Brad,
control.
couldn't you, let's say you start off initially and you don't have much strength, couldn't the person hold it here and you push down a little bit with that, just starting a little isometric?
You bet.
Or isotonic to you.
Yep.
So you're just pushing down here, then maybe I'll move it here. Now push down again, Brad.
Good point, Bob.
Okay, I'm over here. Push down again, Brad.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's going to be other things.
Or you can keep the leg straight and push down.
Bob, you interrupted me.
Oh. I'm his wife now. Okay, push down.
No, so the point is that each individual, you might find something new that we haven't come up with, but it's going to work for that person. So don't be afraid to do that as long as you experiment. Yep. So yeah, that's a great idea, Bob. Okay, now the next thing is in the wheelchair. Okay. You can do a real nice exercise.
Wheelchair, or could you do this one in a recliner too, Brad?
Any kind of a chair, actually.
Okay. But it needs to be stable, is what you're saying.
Exactly, because you'll see why. You can, why don't you grab that stool, Bob? When you walk, you're putting pressure through your legs, and the muscles co-contract, and they contract differently than they do when you're laying down like that. That's called open chain. This is a closed chain exercise.
Okay.
So if this is my weak leg, I'm going to put it up. Bob's going to hold the ball stationary. I'm going to put up, getting a little closer, Bob. There we go.
And I might even hold the leg for you if you can't get up there.
Exactly.
I might be over on the side.
Right, if the knee's flopping out. In this case, the armrest is helpful.
Sure.
Because it holds it and it's going to do that. The whole point of this is I'm going to try and push into the ball. And this is another reason why you want a soft ball, so you get some motion with this pressure as opposed to an isometric.
Yep.
You got some motion. You can do 2 legs at once, get some crossover effect, which is a neurological benefit when you use 2 limbs at once.
Some overflow.
Yep.
You're actually pushing me, Brad.
Yeah.
He's actually getting some good push.
Now, the reason why, if you have a wheelchair or a chair, you want to put it up against the wall,
Yeah.
is because this can happen. And this is where you really have to be careful.
Yeah, you don't want this to happen.
Whoa.
I mean, you'll go right over it.
Exactly.
And we don't want to be responsible for that.
Right, you need to hit.
So if you're in a recliner or if you're in a solid chair that's not going to flip over,
Right.
this would work well. for them.
Exactly right. So again, the other person's going to hold the ball, and Bob's on a rolling stool, which doesn't work so well.
Right, because he's
Yeah,
just pushing me.
exactly.
Plus, you're getting a lot of push, Brad.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, exactly. Someone that's had a stroke probably, won't be that strong, or they'd be walking, doing
Right.
other exercises. And repetitions on all these, 10 to 15 I like to do. Once you get past 15, usually take a rest.
Sure.
You could go up to 20 if your things are going well and you're having fun. But these are great exercises, I think.
Great
for that.
exercise. Great way to start getting some weight bearing, like you said, because you're not able to stand yet.
Exactly. Yep. So it's safe. You can do it at home with a family member, but the helper really needs to pay attention to what we talked about with the safety cues. So.
Yep, excellent.
All right. Very good. Good luck on your rehab, and we hope it goes well.
Make comments below. We like to hear from you.
Sure.